Today I am doing a 24-hour challenge on Hypixel Skyblock. Now for this challenge I'm making a completely new profile where I have to get as far as I can within 24 hours. We're going to be streaming most of this process live over on twitch.tv/m3rc_115. All that links and all those things will be in the description. Now some quick rules before we get into this. Firstly, if something is an RNG only drop, I have to grind the RNG variant. I cannot buy it. For example, glassite armor, you can only get that through RNG. You cannot craft it. If something is craftable, like the Mithril Golem pet, for example, then I can use the auction house to buy that to help me progress through the game. Essentially, if something is RNG, I have to grind the RNG variant. I also cannot manipulate the auction house, i.e. use that solely just grinding it for profit. I can only use it to buy certain things to help me progress further on, and I have to do most of the work myself. And lastly, I will not be accepting any outside help. No one can trade or give me any coins or anything to help boost the profile. This is simply a test to see how far you can get on a brand new profile in 24 hours. So without further ado, let's get into this. Empty slot available. Classic profile. Profile name is Banana. Let's go. Wow. Time is currently almost exactly midday for me here in the UK, so we have until midday tomorrow to see how far we get. If I profile view myself, you can see I have absolutely nothing. I am level 0. I have nothing on here, so let's just see how far we get. So straight away I get on the island and grind. I'm getting rid of everything and trying to get into the hub as quick as possible. Getting to the hub, we buy the promising pickaxe from the merchant so that we can grind and get our first few minions down. The minions we're grinding for are coal, iron and gold. These will come in very helpful later for when I'm trying to get into the dwarven mines. That is basically my first big goal. We found ourselves very quickly in the deep caverns, grinding resources for Reese because he's the one who gives you the dwarven mines access. And essentially you need 3 by 10 different enchanted resources, so you can use coal, iron, gold, whatever you want. We used redstone, lapis and coal, and that's what we ground for the next hour. We also very quickly went and got the grandma wolf pet, just to have a pet, just to get XP and give us some extra stuff, because getting into the dwarven mines, we're going to need that glassite set as quick as possible, so it made sense to get this now and have as much chance as possible. And then after having everything that we needed, we went and spoke to Reese and we were in the dwarven mines. Go into the dwarven mines. Let's go. In under 2 hours we're in the dwarven mines. Very quickly moving on, we ended up grinding for the glassite armor set, which took us around 2 hours. Pretty good in terms of the RNG on this, and I'm very happy that we got it this quickly. This by far was the first grind of the day. Ooh. Glassite armor set, it took around 2 hours, 2 hours 10 minutes to get, which is pretty good. I know a lot about mining in this game, so it kind of seemed like the natural progression for me. I decided to push towards getting into hot M tier 3 so that I could get to the crystal hollows and get the titanium pickaxe so that I can mine things in there as well. We ended up doing whatever we could to get us some hot M XP, whether it was goblin raids, ticket collecting events, or simply just grinding commission. And then this time we got a bunch of pets, AOTE, pickaxes, rock pets, things like that. Unlocked the super crafting enchantments, just got our level up. And around 10 hours later, we finally got it. Makes sense? Oh my god. So I quickly moved to the end to try and get the end armor set, knowing it would be okay and decent pushing forward for the game. I weren't going to get any crazy combat sets just because I didn't have the time. I also weren't getting lucky with the end drop, so I quickly moved on to the garden to try my best to get some coins for the titanium pick and anything else I needed going forward, because my plan was to get into the crystal hollows, which we ended up doing around 16 hours in, and with 8 hours left my goal was to do a nucleus run. So not only did we have to get to the crystal hollows, we had to grind everything we needed to be able to do one nucleus run. We needed to grind all the RNG drops, all those other things, and that was the goal. And this was so much harder than I thought. A few of the crystals that you get for the nucleus run are relatively easy and quite simple to get, but a few others rely on RNG, and as I said at the start of the video, if it's RNG, I have to grind it. Now, getting most of the crystals was fine. Key Guardian was okay. I just hopped till I found one, suffocated him. Goblin was relatively fine. I needed to grind eggs for that. The Mines of Divin is probably the easiest one. Bow was easy to leech or get in when it just before it spawned. But the real problem, the drops for the Sapphire Crystal, the auto parts. Now, I couldn't kill these guys. I was not strong enough. I did try and go get the end armor set and all these other things to try and kill them, but I just was not able to get strong enough no matter how hard I tried. So I was left to resort to try and powder grind and try and grind chests in the area to get as many drops as I could. And after hours and hours and hours of trying to grind these things to do one nucleus run just to prove I could do it within 24 hours without having to buy anything from the auction house, we grinded and grinded and grinded and we didn't get it. It sucks. The timer ran out. We ended up filling out the 24 hours and I'm kind of upset about it. I'm not gonna lie. We came so close into getting it, but we couldn't do it. The RNG drops were just too RNG, and I ended up not fulfilling and getting that crystal nucleus run done. But it's completely fine because I had a blast doing it. I'm gonna PV myself so you guys can see where I am, what we got to, and all that stuff. We ended up getting to level 18, around a almost 7 million net worth, mining 21, taming 19, foraging 7, enchanting 12, carpentry 14, farming 20, combat 15. Don't even know what this means. As you can tell, we beelined for mining, using a little bit of farming to help us along the way. We absolutely smashed it. We did not go into dungeons. Now, the profile says 14 days. I obviously haven't entered this profile and I'm just doing the video now. Sorry, I've been busy doing loads of things. Get off my back. Anyway, but regardless, we are a skill average of 12.4. We only got 5 fairy souls. We've got all this stuff here. I'm going to leave this profile on the account for a bit so anyone can look into it and see where we are and what we got. And I just want to say this was a really fun challenge. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely enjoyed it. In the moment, I may have felt different, obviously staying awake for 24 hours and all those things. It's easier said than done, but being in that moment was definitely tough. If you guys witnessed that live on stream, I'm so sorry. But here we are nevertheless. We finished with the Ender armor, aspect of the end, void swords. We were super close to getting the nucleus run. I believe we got every single crystal apart from getting the ones for the sapphire crystal. So we had a control switch and a super light motor. We got 2 of these and that's it. We couldn't end up getting any of the drops. We just weren't strong enough to do it. Made a few sacks along the way, which were pretty good and very helpful for grinding. If I show you my playtime detailed, you can see that it has a total of 23.32 hours. So even though this is 2 weeks ago, I only have 23.32 hours of playtime on this profile. So don't worry, I'm not sat here like, oh, it's 2 weeks later, I've got other stuff. I genuinely only have 24 hours on this profile. I'm just getting to it when I can. We got a bunch of things. I ended up only using the one ender chest page because I kind of wanted to like give everyone who starts a new profile a sort of like realistic, this is what I got in 24 hours, this is what you can get in a couple of days sort of thing. In terms of our pets, we ended up having the bee pet, silverfish, mithril golem, lion, rock, grandma wolf, and another rock, which is pretty cool. We got 2 rock. Now, I obviously hindered myself a little bit not using the auction house to buy like glassite armor or end armor or things like that. Obviously, if you're starting a new profile, you can do all those things. I set myself a few restrictions to make the challenge interesting, and it definitely was. It made me think of a few things outside the box and grind things a different way. I ended up getting hot M3, which obviously was what you needed to grind in the crystal hollows. And I'm actually very surprised that we did get into there. At one point, I thought it wasn't going to happen because of how long it took to actually get to the hot M3. I really underestimated how long that was going to take as a grind, and I feel like if we would have got that sooner, we definitely probably could have done a run. And at some point I possibly want to maybe try this again with different boundaries, or maybe the same boundaries, and see how I can attack it differently. If you guys would like to see that, then let me know down below. I appreciate you all so much for joining me on this profile and this journey and this Hypixel grind. I really have enjoyed it. That's how far I got in 24 hours on a brand new profile. What about you? I want you guys to try this challenge yourself and let me know down below how far you get. I'm definitely thinking of doing this again in the future and trying to push further and get as far as I can. What are some rules you would set, or some things you would change about the rules system or anything like that? And let me know down below if you want to see me do this again and possibly get others involved too. Maybe we do a co-op version or something like that. But regardless, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you for the love and support. You guys have been absolutely amazing and killing it on every single platform. TikTok, Twitch, or YouTube. You guys are absolutely awesome and killing it. So thank you so much for the love and support. This profile is going to be here for quite a while. It will just be here so anyone can PV it and see. If you want to see more detail, you can just look at all that stuff. Even on Skycrypt, it is profile banana, as I said at the start of the stream. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Let me know down below any other challenges you want to see me do, whether it's grinding a specific item, how fast can I get this drop, that drop, whatever it may be. Let me know down below in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and make sure you hit that subscribe button because we are absolutely smashing the content out recently. I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. If you did enjoy this video, maybe check out these ones here.